Hello everybody, welcome back to the studio. My name is Dan, I am the Metaphysical Magician, and this is going to be a super full moon reading in Capricorn for July 13th, Wednesday. I'll just sage a little bit, clear my space. Hope everybody's doing well out there. This is going to be the most powerful, most transformative moon of the year. So get clear on your intentions, release what you need to release, and this will be carrying us forth with lots of strength, lots of energy in our lives. Capricorn is the goat. He's always about trying to get to the highest point. He's a climber, he's a worker, he's diligent, right? So this Capricorn full moon should be carrying us forward on our life path. If we feel like we've been stuck, if we feel like we've been misaligned, or we feel like we've been out of place with our world, then this is going to be a powerful reading. So that's why I wanted to get on here and do it today. I look like Rosie the Riveter because I washed all my hats and they're all drying naturally. So excuse my appearance. But we're going to pull some Starseed Oracle cards and see what Spirit has for this supermoon for the collective. Spirit guides, angels, ancestors, please guide me. Please give me some messages for my friends that are watching right now. And let's see what we got. I may not have to read for these because I don't memorize them fully. If you're watching my reel on Instagram right now, this whole video is going to be available on YouTube. I can't adjust the times and stuff for Instagram now since everything is a reel. So if you want to see the full reading and you kind of lose place, check my profile out, click on the link and go to YouTube to watch the full reading. You can stop and start when you want. Please subscribe to that channel. I'm trying to grow my YouTube page and not many people are watching. So that would be really helpful if you could do that. Okay. All right, first card up. Fall into my arms, surrender, holding the opposites, extremes of life. So this is a card of a cenote. A cenote is an underground water cavern, mostly in Mexico. If you've ever been to Cancun, there's lots of cenotes all around that area. But this to me is a card of deep inner work, grounding. It's chaotic in the world around us right now. There's a lot of stuff going on. It feels like there's two extremes in either direction, the left wing, the right wing. Politics, religion, whatever you want to apply that to, there's two extremes to everything, and most of us humans are somewhere in the middle. So this is kind of surrendering to what's going on around us. This is a time of tumultuous change, lots of movement, lots of chaotic energy. It kind of makes us nervous and scared to kind of embrace change because we're used to a certain way in society. We're used to a new this old structure that's kind of crumbling while we're trying to keep moving forward. So just try to surrender to the process. Remember that you are being protected and guided by the greatest of sources of the universe right now. So try to breathe and relax and just try to find your inner peace. Stop listening to the chaos and the yammering of the outside world and try to focus on your inside world. Next we have wait. It's not yet time. Things are being woven. So like I was just saying, lots of change, lots of energies, lots of things swirling around, whether it's political, economic, emotional, there's a lot of stuff going on this planet right now. There's a lot of change. There's a lot of turmoil. Be patient. Flow with the process. Surrender to everything that's happening. Acknowledge it for what it is and try to work on your inner self. Work on your light. Work on expanding your capacity to love, to feel, and to spread your joy with all the people that are in your life. Friends, family, loved ones. The seas of Mintaka. Seeing potential. Bringing unconsciousness to light. So I believe in this card, there's believed to be a planet that is all kind of clear ocean, kind of like this. It looks exactly like that. What this is trying to say is the water right now used to be very murky and it was hard to see the bottom, right? Use that analogy for your own life. It's hard to see the bottom. It's hard to see what's in the waters when there's all this mud and sediment kicking up to cloudy and block your path. This is saying that things are starting to clear. The veil is starting to lift. More insights are starting to be known. People are waking up and being aware to the things that have been going on this planet. So just try to dive a little bit deeper. Things are being uncovered from our lives, from our past, from our trauma that we may have repressed for so long. They are coming up to be acknowledged, to be given love, to be dealt with, and finally integrated and moved on from. So whatever's coming up in your life right now, if it's bringing you back on these old funks and these old feelings and these old types of ways of being that you don't resonate and you don't want anymore, don't fight that change. Don't fight the old feelings. Don't react the way that you used to react by stuffing them down, fighting them, and trying to cut them off, ignore them. Send them love. Send them light. We can't appreciate the present if we don't acknowledge how far we've come from the past, right? So this card is telling me that a lot of stuff is coming forward for us at this time. Be aware of what you are being guided to. Our inner guidance system is becoming stronger than the voices that have always been in our ear our whole lives. So just be aware of what is coming forward for you. Acknowledge your feelings, acknowledge how you feel. Give yourself a lot of compassion and love at this time. Lots of emotional, strong energy coming through. You know, when I was growing up, being emotional was kind of like considered a weakness, especially for men. Being outlandish, being upset, breaking down, crying, you know, you were considered weak. Showing your emotions is part of the human experience. Don't shy away from what you're feeling. Feel what you need to feel, right? Our emotions are like passing storms. I say this all the time. I know it's probably redundant, but it's like a giant storm, and it feels like the storm is never going to end. It's cataclysmic. Things are flying around, heavy rain, heavy hail. But if you just find your calmness, you find your center in that storm, then after the storm passes, you'll feel much better, and you'll be able to release all this tension that you've been holding on to. All right? So next, I'm going to pull a couple energy oracle cards. See what the energetic beings have to say today about this full moon. Okay. Lots of heavy feminine energy right now. So first card up is woman holding a coin. So this is obviously feminine energy of some sort. To me, this is a woman that knows how to make money, but it's not like she has to struggle and sacrifice and get her hands dirty. She could kind of generate and pull in money without much effort, without lots of push and pull. It's almost like money is kind of free floating to her while she's sitting in her lap of luxury right now. So what this card is telling me, it doesn't have to be a female. You don't have to be female to be resonating with this message. It's the softer side of money energy, the feminine side of abundance energy. That toiling away, stress, commute, pain of working the old ways are kind of coming to an end. We're kind of trying to figure out how to make money without having to go through this painful struggle all the time where it feels like it's so hard to make and keep money. This seems to be like a new door of abundance is opening, and money's going to be easier to obtain rather than struggling and sacrificing and scrimping and saving and tightening our belts all the time. So be aware of this new flow of energy and abundance trying to come in. And if money is coming into you easily or unexpectedly in the next couple days, couple weeks, allow it to. This is the universe saying, take this gift, take this. It's supposed to be easy to make money. Life isn't supposed to be so hard and so much struggle all the time, right? Next, we have Angel of Love. So the Angel of Love is coming in right now. Lots of heartache, lots of pain, lots of shadow coming forth with a lot of people in the collective. The Angel of Love is here and is kind of embracing the planet and kind of trying to give us the uplifting spirit to realize, like, you know, it's okay to feel what you feel. Like I was saying earlier, it's okay to feel those emotions. It's okay to feel that hurt and that pain. We have to recognize this stuff to be able to heal it. And how do we heal that? Through compassion, through love, so through self-love, through loving others, through loving your animals, through loving the planet, right? Love is going to be a strong theme coming in the next couple years. You know, this is going to be the new shift that I'm believing. People are going to start opening their hearts more, being more vulnerable, trusting people in their lives, and beautiful things are going to be starting to become built out of this. So if you feel like you're not feeling love, or you're feeling disconnected, if you're feeling like you're not getting what you want in life, pray to the Angel of Love and ask them to make you feel like you are whole, make you feel like you are grounded, and make you feel like you are healing and make some sort of progress into your life. Next, we have Door to Romance. So for me, this card doesn't necessarily have to be about a relationship. I don't like getting into relationship stuff with tarot unless it really comes up and is prevalent. For this coming forth, I think a lot of people are going to start that may have been single for a while and feel like the dating game or the Tinder game is kind of like really oppressive and just like not getting what you're looking for. It's kind of like you're playing this weird game. You don't want to show all your cards. People aren't really truthful or honest. It's hard to pick and choose who a good partner would be when everything is text-based, you know? It's just a weird time to kind of meet people, and it has been for the last 2 years. I think a lot of people are going to start having budding romances. There's going to be more connections, so be open that to you. If you're already in a relationship, or if you're single, it could also mean that you're going to be working on yourself, falling in love with yourself, appreciating all the ins and outs of yourself, like all of your little quirks and your uniqueness. I think people are going to start appreciating, and that's going to start really being reflected in the spiritual community, in the world community. This also could be, if you're in a relationship already, it's almost like there's going to be more love coming in between you if you allow it. If you're working on your relationship with your significant other, this is going to be a good time to reconnect with each other, get intimate, candlelit dinners, romantic things, little gestures that kind of show and appreciate your love is going to go a long way at this time. So pay attention to ample amounts of love energy coming into your life, in your relationships, in your friendships, and even inside of yourself. Pull some psychic oracle cards, see what the oracles of the psychics have to say about that. Okay. Lots of feminine energy here. Lots of feminine energy. So underweight, we got the waiting game. So it's like double waiting. This is difficult because we feel all these changes, all these momentum, all this movement of energies, all this chaos, but nothing's really changing in our immediate everyday lives, right? It seems like we're still stagnant sometimes. This is a doubling down effect. Wait twice. Wait times 2. That's what the universe is saying. This is trying to teach you patience. It's trying to teach you how to be patient with yourself, how to trust the process that's unfolding right now. If you realize that you are not in control of what is happening in this world right now, it makes it a little bit easier. Find that inner peace. Find that inner solace, In amongst the waiting, use your time constructively. Whether it's rest, whether it's play, whether it's creativity time, something that I've been really delving into lately is rest. Like when I take a rest day and I really need the rest, I always feel like I'm sitting there on the couch in like anxiety. I could be doing this. I could be doing that. I could be working out. I should be working on a video. I should be more creative. I should do a reading. I should be doing something. But like when you want to rest and your body's telling you to rest, you have to sit there and give yourself permission to give that rest. Otherwise, it's going to feel like you're not resting. You're just stressing out in your head anyway. So what I say is I give myself permission to actually fully rest and relax. Today is my rest day. I'm not going to worry about anything else except focusing on rest and relaxation and giving myself the space to breathe so I can recoup and get back out there the next day. Next up, we have accelerated motion. So it's kind of opposites, right? I have these 2 cards of waiting followed by accelerated motion. That's what I was saying. All this energy keeps swirling around, It's swirling around and we're anxious. I want to move. I want to go. I want to move with these energies. But at the same time, you have to be patient and wait until it's time to move with these energies. So this full moon, I believe the second half of this month, when we move into Capricorn, things are going to start moving really quickly in your life. Whether it's financially, whether it's a new job, whether it's new job opportunities, whether it's moving something, it's the speed, is the blocks are being taken off the wheels and we're able to accelerate further and faster and harder, right? And underneath that, we have more feminine energy with triumph, success. This is a card of being victorious. It doesn't have to necessarily be in job or sport or something that you're really competitive in. It could just be you triumphing over the energies that have been unresolved in yourself. It's you reaching a new plateau or a new place where you could feel comfortable and realize how far you've come and say, wow, that is a personal success that I just went through. That is something I've been working on for a long time. It could be something major, it could be something small, but I'm seeing this triumphant success, accelerated motion in the middle of the waiting game. So this is what I'm getting kind of as present energy moving into the future, right? When you ask for things from the universe, you send out a vibration right there. You send out a manifestation. You shoot a rocket of desire that goes shooting out into the ethers of space, and you don't know when that's coming in. That's part of the waiting game. But what I'm seeing as those rockets of manifestation are trying to come and make their way back around. We just have to be patient and keep the vision and not self-doubt and be self-critical to kind of push and block those things from happening, right? It's never coming. I've been waiting forever. I've been wanting this forever. It's not giving to me. When we act like babies, the universe treats us like babies. Just remember that. So if your manifestations that you've been working on you want them to be birthed forth, it looks like there's going to be new avenues coming forth with this next month or so. Capricorn energy, hardworking, success driven. So when these energies come in, you'll know it. You'll feel it, right? One other thing I want to mention too is get out there tonight and gaze at the moon. Gazing at the moon is extremely powerful. Kind of bask in its energy and its glow. You don't have to be a witch and do a ritual or something. But yesterday the moon was so beautiful. It had a halo around it, like a smaller halo, and then it had like a rainbow-like halo around it on the outer rim. So tonight, I think the moon, it's going to be peaking at like 2 something this afternoon. But tonight, check out the moon. It's going to be beautiful. Next, I'm going to pull some cards from the Native Spirit deck. See what our Native American ancestors have to say about this full moon, this full buck moon. Okay. So, first card up, I'm going to pull. Ancient Forest. So this card is saying, if you're watching this reading right now, you have an old soul. Just like this ancient forest, it's untapped, it's untouched, it's untethered, undisturbed by man in the middle of nowhere. It has a lot of ancient wisdom. Trees are living beings. They have feelings, they have thoughts. Scientists have been able to prove that recently, which is crazy and interesting and also kind of beautiful at the same time, These are living beings. They have some sort of knowledge. They have a root system. They have family, They are deeply connected to the earth and the changes of the earth, and they've been there a long, long time. No different is your soul. Your soul has been regurgitated, decomposed, put through the ringer, crash coursed, thrown around, came back again, You keep being reborn and recycled, just like nature recycles itself. So this is saying that all the deep ancient wisdom that you want to know more about yourself lies within. You have to get into nature and meditate, give yourself the space to breathe and kind of acknowledge whatever memories, whatever ancient intuitions are coming up at this time. Pay attention to whatever's coming from inside you right now. Pay attention for what is coming up that makes you feel good or is driving you. Sometimes people get past life recalls where they get some visions or memories or skills that come out of nowhere. So pay attention to what your soul is trying to tell you right now. Next, we have Thunder Drum. So Thunder Drum is all about using your voice and being your authentic self. It is you not caring what anybody else is thinking about you and speaking yourself and being as vibrant as possible. This is all about spreading your light as well. And I resonate strongly with this card because for so long I have not shared what was inside me. I kept it quiet. I kept it closed off. I wasn't really in tune with myself enough to be confident enough to speak and be how I am. And I felt like after I started coming out of that little closet of isolation and trying to spread my energy out, I thought I was too much for people. I was too bombastic. I was too loud. I was too annoying. You are just enough. That's what this card is saying. You are perfect the way you are. And if it's too much for other people, then it's too much for other people, and those are not your people, right? Next, we have Freedom Horse. So this is all about setting yourself free to do what you want, to do what you please, as long as it's not harming or endangering anybody else or yourself. I think that humans should be free to do whatever the hell they want without anybody saying anything, Sometimes people are going to tell you what they think, how they feel about what you're doing with yourself or your life. This is you running free, running wild, without any restraints on the open air, right? The wind hitting your face, beautiful day outside. This is you being authentic and not being scared to shine as brightly as possible, not being scared to use your voice and authenticate yourself. So all this new moon energy is kind of pulling all this energy out of you. follow that path. It might be uncomfortable getting out of your comfort zone, speaking for yourself, trying to break from the chains and the shackles of the old and tradition and that type of stuff. But this is telling you to run wild, run free, be you, don't harm others, and love yourself at the same time, and love others, of course. And we'll pull some tarot. Let's see what the tarot spirits have to say about this upcoming, ooh, it came flying out, full moon. Ooh, these cards always come flying out. Whoa, another one. Wow. Every single one of these cards just came flying out, like I'm not even trying. Okay, that's it. All right. A lot of Knight energy, which means movement forward, which is good. So I'll put the Knights together because that's what I'm getting. Okay, sorry, I just had to organize. The card on the bottom is Ace of Pentacles again. So another way forward. I don't describe that enough. Ace of Pentacles is about the new dawn approaching, a new way to make money, new avenues. Pentacles usually slow-moving energy, so it might take some time for the sun to rise. It might take some time for this new pentacle energy to find its way to you, but it is trying to bring abundance into our lives. It's trying to take out of this lack, struggle, fear, desperation mentality and have us come to a secure, safe, stable foundation where we could feel like we could work on our deepest desires. We could work more on ourselves. We could work on our art and our creations and not have to be struggling in fear of not having money, not having, having to pay gas, inflation's going up. All these things around us are there to kind of scare us and make us, tighten our belts and retract and recoil. But this is a great time for opportunities to start arising. So be mindful of that. So the first card I got in this row was the Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups is the emotionally stable knight. The knight is usually, I want to say, from like 20s to 35 age range. So it's being confident in your abilities, being confident in your love of yourself, being stable, being strong, being emotionally secure, and kind of spreading that vibe around you, right? Next, we have the Hierophant. So the Hierophant is usually a card of dogma. It's a card of strict religious dogma strict religious dogma or ancient teachings. It could also mean old foundations or old ways of being or learning. It's interesting, I got this card, and right now the Vatican is on fire. But this card is telling me that there's like a new religion coming forth, without the emphasis on religion, because it's going to be a loose-based spiritual religion. Kind of what we're doing, what I'm doing now, right? Meditation, being in nature, working on your energy, sharing that knowledge and that information, being the sage, and sharing the information on how to live a balanced, healthy life, to be able to control your mind, to be able to work on your emotions, to be able to work on your past traumas, to heal from things and to help others heal. This is what's coming forth for me. Next, we have the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords is underneath accelerated motion and triumph. So this is going to be an action or a war type card. Running right into battle without thinking twice about it. Fearless, strong-willed, capable, using your mind as your tool to fight in battle, right? Knowing when to draw the sword, when to know not to draw the sword. That's what I'm getting from this. So the bolt is charging in, the three-horned bull is charging in right now, right into battle. So whatever opportunity is coming forth, this is going to be your energy running right at and being like, this is the way forward. I know it. I know what I need to do. This is me going right towards that without thinking twice about it. No self-doubt, no critical behavior. We're going to go and get this goal, and we're going to be triumphant, and I know it before I even start doing it, because that's my path, and that's how I have to walk right now. Seven of Cups in reverse. So this was coming up right side up the past couple weeks, a few times in my readings. So Seven of Cups is a card of choice, right? Not knowing where to choose. You have all these options, and he's kind of weighing up his options. Which goblet do I take without waking up the dragon? Which would be the best path for me and the most rewarding, right? Without waking up the dragon and kind of disturbing everything around there. So this in reverse is kind of telling me that we've been stuck in a choice or an indecision or a path forward, but I'm seeing that energy start to clear now. There's going to be a clear path forward. The choices are narrowing down. Instead of looking at those 7 cups, maybe he's got 3 or 4 cups right now, and he's trying to narrow it down to 3 to 2 cups, and then he can make his final decision. We're narrowing down decisions and pathways right now to get a clear-cut way where we want to go to become the King of Swords. The King of Swords is the warrior king, sitting on his throne, sitting in his power, confident, controlling. Once again, knowing when to use his sword, knowing when not to use his sword, but most likely he's going to use his sword, to be honest. He's the warrior king. So here we could also see another blue dragon behind him. I would guess that means maybe being reserved, emotionally stable. Knowing you have a dragon at your shoulders when you're running into battle is kind of a... it's kind of a blessing, you know. You'd want to go into a battle with a dragon on your side as your ally. But this card is all about sitting in your power, right? Coming to that triumph, that accelerated motion towards that triumph, winning the battles, winning what needs to be won in your life, defeating the goblins, defeating, you know, all the evil doers in your life, stepping on the demon's heads that's been at your back your whole life, and sitting in your power and being like, I made it. I finally made it. I did it. This is powerful, right? This place is powerful. I know my power. I know how to wield my power, but I'm not just using it to prove that I have the power, right? Finally, we have the Lover's card. So once again, more romantic energy I'm seeing come in. This could be, you know, him deciding between 2 different women. It also could be him deciding between 2 different worlds. You can see both these girls look like they come from 2 different kind of cultural, different backgrounds. And he's kind of turning his back away to the stable girl and looking towards the fun, maybe more attractive or more interesting one, but she's got a dagger ready to stab him as soon as he makes a decision. So this is a card that's telling me it's like we're in between 2 worlds right now, romantically. If you're having a hard time choosing someone in your life or choosing a lover right now, go with your heart, go with your gut. Don't go with your head. Don't overthink it, you know? Yeah, that's pretty much it. So that's the end of the reading. I hope the messages resonated. I hope you guys are doing well out there. Please like, comment, subscribe on my channel if these messages resonate with you. Once again, I am Dan, the Metaphysical Magician. And get outside and moon gaze tonight. Do a moon meditation. You know, bask in the moonlight. It's going to be a beautiful one. Have a good one, guys. Love you. Thanks for being here. Bye.